Top of the evening, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be in the world. How's everybody? Hold on, let me get my charger here. There we go. All right. Well, another day. Um, it's quite interesting. Uh, Sometimes how life starts to unfold. Remember, I told y'all everything has a starting point. And I just noticed here recently um, the people that have started to reach out. And it's kind of interesting. I had this guy on Periscope by the name of Steve Dyer. Would come on early in the morning, and I like this guy because I mean he just let it go. He didn't pretend, you know, he was an original. He was himself. And he reached out to me. The other day, I was on here, and he pops up in the comment chat, and I was like, "Wow, Steve! I ain't seen Steve in a long time." So let me let y'all hear something. This guy, yeah, man, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here, and even though I didn't go out today, I was still able to add another day to the room. That's how God blessed me today. I couldn't even go out today. I don't even know how I'm gonna get out tomorrow. I don't even know how I'm gonna get out tomorrow. But you know, God bless me today, man. God bless me today. So, you know, I take it one day at a time, man. I don't try to look down next week, next month, the weekend. I take it one day at a time. That's what works for me, you know. But anyway, so I ended up calling Steve, and he told me how I had inspired him to get back into broadcasting. And he said when he first started, he was living in an office building. They gave him two rooms, one for his office space, one for him to sleep in. Um, and he said, I met this woman, and we got married. and she's a heckling artist, but she bagged groceries at the store. And I said, man, why don't you introduce your wife's artwork to the world? Why don't you do that? And he said, I never thought about that. But one time he quit. He quit. He quit scoping. Scoping was Periscope. Every time you make a video or you go live on Periscope, they call it scoping. You live. So I just noticed that this guy wasn't coming on live. What's going on, Queen? How you doing? So I called him up. First I texted him. Then I called him. And one day I called him. I said, look here, man. I'm going to keep calling you until, I find out what's going on with you. And matter of fact, let me let him tell the story. I love
Man, I love these guys. That was not the Ides of March there. That is a band, a hot band called...
This is Stevie the Guy. This is Stevie the Guy. Matter of fact, let me try to advance this a little bit. Let's see.
And it happened last week. Last week I was visited by an angel,
Okay, listen to this here. This is Stevie the Guy talking about yours truly. Okay?
Likely angel. And I really had thought, there had been a couple of comments about my live streams. There had been, a very few people who actually glanced at it and sent me a little message or something. A couple of close friends and family had actually followed it a little bit just because they know me and they know I'm full of bullshit and they like it. But maybe they're gluttons for punishment. I don't know. I started getting a call, or I actually started getting messages on my computer, on my Facebook page, my Twitter. I think they both have my contact information, and I'm happy for anyone to call me or text me or whatever they want to do if they have a question or a comment. And so I started getting several obscure messages from someone called the Truth Conductor. All right, and the Truth Conductor said, "Hey, Steve, where are your scopes?" And scopes is an unusual word for me. I didn't really, it didn't register to me. I blew it off, like I do a lot of people in the world. I just dismiss it out of hand. If I don't know who they are, where they came from, I just dismiss them. I think they're probably trying to sell me something. But I got several messages from the Truth Conductor saying, "Hey, where are your scopes? I miss your scopes. What's the matter? Is there something wrong with you?" And I didn't think anything of it. I thought, well, it's I don't know. And so then my telephone started to ring, and I started getting messages from the Washington, D.C. area from the truth conductor. All right. The truth conductor called and left me a message. Said, "Hey, Steve, what's up? I'm wondering where are your scopes? Are you okay? Is everything all right? Like, who is this guy? And so finally, and then it was the key thing. The key thing was that he said, "Hey." On one of these messages he sent me, he says, "Hey, I'm not going to stop. I can keep leaving you these messages, and I'm going to keep calling you till I find out what's going on." And so I called the guy, and who this guy is, this guy's an angel. I'm telling you, he's an angel. And angels come in all sorts of unlikely forms. But he inspired me so much that I've turned this thing on and I'm going to keep talking. And the truth conductor is a wonderful man in Washington, D.C. And his name is Don Folden. And Don is the owner of Capital Buddy Tours in Washington, D.C. And if you go and look at his website, it's capitalbuddytours.com, I believe. Let me see here. Capitalbuddytours.com. And he's the truth conductor is Don Folden. He owns capitalbuddytours.com. And what he does is take you all around the Capitol and learn about Black history in Washington, D.C. and the Underground Railroad. He was a conductor on the Underground Railroad and take you through Black neighborhoods and the Black History Museum and all kinds of cool stuff. And I'm telling you, the next time I go to Washington, D.C., folks, I'm going to meet this guy and I'm going to take his tours, and I encourage you to do the same. But Don is a genuinely nice guy who had been watching my videos, all right, my live stream videos. Now, he said I didn't get up at 5 in the morning to watch that stuff, but what he meant by scopes, he will watch me on a thing called Periscope, and Periscope is connected to Twitter, and that's how he gets it. This live stream was set up by a young guy who was an intern of mine, and I wouldn't have known how to do it, really. But it sends it through this manifold thing called Restream, and whenever I talk into this camera, it goes into about 4 or 5 different social...
So y'all follow Stevie the Guy. That's Stevie the Guy. Okay? And this guy, I mean, he is one of the few people that'll sit down and talk to you from his heart. See, most people, when they sit down and they talk to you on social media, they have a script that they follow. You see, and you can tell they have a script because you watch their eyes, occasionally you see they have to look down to stay on script. Okay, very few people can get on here and just talk from their hearts, from their experiences, and to share, how they see things, how they would do things, and like I said, I didn't think nothing of it. And this was back in 2021. It's been a couple of years ago. And isn't it interesting? Now our paths have crossed again. You see? Yeah. Well, but see, you got to understand, man. This is not easy. It's going good. Let me tell y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes, man, when I get through doing these lives, I have to go over there and take me a nap. That's how draining this is. Well, the guy made the comment. John Morant said the gun wasn't his, and he probably was telling the truth. He probably was telling the truth. But that goes to show you how much that thug life has seeped into our culture. Man, I saw where, and you looking at the guy that started, the people that's selling. Yeah, I do, man. I miss Periscope. I miss Periscope. Well, I wish they bring Periscope back. I really do. If I owned it, I would. Well, but see, I saw where in Houston they had some young boys selling ice water, and some gang members robbed them. You see, that's the kind of stuff that get young people not to want to try to do anything positive. They're out there trying to honestly sell ice water, and get robbed. And the guys got the nerve to even videotape them robbing some young boys trying to be independent. You know? And this and see, this is the kind of foolishness that will spread like wildfire. See, they just gonna start a trend. And this is how we keep each other down. Okay? Yeah, and took their waters, man. And robbed them. You know, what kind of foolishness is that? When these kids could be out doing anything destructive in the world. And now you're going to go and put them on the fast track to go to jail. Because they don't have any incentive now to do it right. Because that's what they was trying to do. Okay? That's what they was trying to do. Trying to do it right, man. And somebody come along and rob them. Discourage them. You know? And so what you gonna do? You're just gonna keep perpetuating the crime in the black community. Cause see now, they ain't gonna have no respect for trying to do it the right way. Cause they got robbed. Trying to be positive. Okay? That's what they gonna do. I keep telling y'all, man, these young kids only gravitate to what they see that's making money. That's what they gonna gravitate to. You show them something negative that's making money, they gonna gravitate to that. You show them something positive that's making money, they gonna gravitate to that. And right now, the only thing they're seeing making money is negative. That's all they see. And see, you got to realize Ain't but 3 or 4 ways out for a black man in the black community. That's entertainer, athlete, a dope dealer. Them the three main outs for a black man in the black community. You either gonna be an entertainer, you gonna be some kind of athlete, or you gonna be a dope boy. And them the outs. I was the other day, I was trying to tell you this guy, I was talking about this guy that sold drugs in DC back in the 80s and 90s. And he had a serious reputation in DC. Rayful Edmonds. Rayful Edmonds and Alonzo Mourning was just like this. Rayful Edmonds and Alonzo Mourning was just like this. John Thompson had to call Rayful Edmonds into his office to tell him, leave my players alone. Because that was shortly after Len Bias died. See, because Len Bias had got drafted by Boston. No, they was moving weight back then, man. Them boys was making cash. They was ruthless. You came into DC thinking that you was gonna make a drug transaction, they kill your ass. That's how ruthless they was in DC. They kill them. Cats come from New York, wherever they come, Atlanta, and come up to DC, man, they'll take them over in somewhere and kill them. That's why we can't go to Haynes Point right now. That's why we can't go to Haynes Point right now. It used to be, when I first came up here, man, you used to could go to Haynes Point. Yeah, you used to could go to Haynes Point and stay out there all night long until they found a body down there. That's when they stopped. See, so look at the outs, man. Right now, to get street creds in the black community, man, a lot of these young boys got to go to jail. You know, just to come out with some street cred. And what they don't realize is the only place in the country where slavery is still legal is in the criminal justice system. That's where slavery is still legal. And our young boys have to go to jail to be a slave, to come back out with some street creds. They can't go to school and be an honor roll student and get street cred. They got to do something stupid to get street cred. That's why John Morant was holding up that gun for street cred. That's all he was doing that for. To get street cred. And they trying to spin it like it's some more issues. That boy was after some street cred. That's all he was after. And we know that. We know that. Yeah. Well, See, here's the thing with that particular situation. He just castrated himself with that incident because they're going to always hold it over his head. Yeah, he was the guy at the strip club. And think about this. They say, oh, he's a young guy. But how come other young boys ain't doing that? Jason Tatum got his mama living next to him. He ain't out doing that. You don't see him out in the strip club 3 o'clock in the morning. And it would look like some of these athletes would have gotten a memo, take your asses home, stay out of the clubs, because that's where the trouble is. Look like some of them would have got that memo, but they haven't gotten that memo yet. You see, and a lot of this, they blow a bunch of money. See, this is the problem. This is the problem I have. See, they'll go in these strip clubs and encourage these women to degrade themselves to get some money. But they ain't gonna go in no classroom and encourage these kids to get no education. See, you saying Floyd Mayweather fill the back of a car with money to take in a strip club. You ain't never seen him fill a car with money and take it into a school. See, you ain't never seen none of them do that. See, they don't take their money into the school. They take their money into the club. See, so which one would benefit the most? Them kids in school trying. They trying. How come you can't motivate them? And now all you're doing is motivating young girls to go to the strip club. Because that's where all the money at. That's all you're doing. You motivating these young girls to be strippers. Because they can get paid. But you ain't going in there in no school, man. Paying for no lunches for the month. But you can go and get these strippers millions of dollars. Imagine, man, like Drake go in there and drop $1 million in a strip joint. Man, imagine what $1 million would do for lunches in schools. Imagine what that would do for the year. Where some kids can have some food to eat. See, that's the, but see, when you start talking like that, okay? See, when you start talking about stuff like that, that ain't the narrative they want to hear. See, they want you fighting each other. They want you scared of each other. They want you biting at each other. That's how they keep control, man. And we falling for it. The same people that's dividing us are the same people that's telling us who to follow. And y'all falling for the flim-flam. The same people who's dividing us are the same people that tell you who's the influencer, who you should be following. See, these young kids done figured out. What's going on, boxing? These young kids done figured out. If they got enough subscribers, see, they can get some attention. They can start making money. And they do any and everything to get people to subscribe to their stuff. And a lot of it, it ain't even, it's not even noteworthy. It's garbage. But that's what people want, garbage. People don't want, somebody that's going to be real with them. Somebody that's going to tell them the truth. They don't want that. They want somebody that's going to tickle their ears. Make them live a fantasy. Well, see, again, you have to understand, most people that come into money don't have any ideas to grow it themselves. See, that's the problem. Most folk that come into a lot of money ain't got no idea how to grow it. Because 9 times out of 10, they've been working a job. So that's the only thing they know. Is working a job. They can't come out and have a vision and have a dream. See, that's that's the thing you got to realize about the average person. And because of that, that's why a lot of us are in bondage. See, they got us thinking that 2, 3, 4, 500,000 is supposed to be a lot of money. And for some of them, that ain't even chump change. But they got us thinking it's a lot of money. Are we supposed to be happy because we can sell our house for 200, 250, 300,000? We're supposed to be happy for that we can live off that. Look at what we call rich. Okay, look at what we call rich. You actually got some people think that if they get $100,000, they rich. And almost half of that you got to pay in taxes. 40% of that you're going to have to pay in taxes. So that's only giving you $60,000. And you're going to go out and spend $100,000. Because that's what you're looking at, the face amount. And that's what you spend. Man, I'm telling you, right now, white America is missing the greatest wealth transfer. Man, damn. What if, instead of reparations, every black person in America didn't have to pay federal income taxes? God damn. conductor, you just might be done came up with some shit. You just might be done came up with the answer. Forget reparations. I don't let me pay no federal income taxes. And the government ain't out of a dime. They can say that trillions of money that they're going. And boy, let me tell you something. And if they pass a law that every black person in America didn't have to pay federal income taxes, boy, you have a whole lot of white folk that's been going around white all their life. All of a sudden, now they black. see, that's the discussion that needs to be on the table, man. That's the discussion that needs to be on. Forget reparation. Man, every black person in America shouldn't have to pay federal income taxes. Shit, you think that wouldn't benefit you? You think that wouldn't help you? You crazy. You crazy. Shoot, that's what we need. We don't need to be paying federal income taxes. Since we built the country, why are we paying federal income taxes? That's racist in itself. Why is that racist? When it's proven fact that you have generations of white family that have made generational wealth off of the backs of black folk. That's how they got their wealth. You don't find that racist. And that wealth has been passed down from generation to generation. You ain't talking about that being racist. But now, if we don't have to pay federal income tax, that's racist. You know? See, this is what I'm saying. Man, listen to me, y'all. Social media has really made an education obsolete. When you really sit down and look at social media, it has made the need for an education obsolete. You got high school dropouts making more money on social media than women with PhDs. I mean, that's just the reality of it, man. You know, I saw where this girl, China Black, said she made $240 million on OnlyFans. And she tired of it now. That ain't a good side hustle. After $240 million. She done made. Yeah, look at the Kardashians, man. They billionaires. You know? And seeing this is what these young girls are seeing, man. And this is the only example that we're showing there. Yeah. China? Let me see, can I find that article so y'all don't think I'm lying. I just saw that article. Where was that? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Black China reportedly made $240 million on OnlyFans in 2021. $240 million. She was making $20 million a month on OnlyFans. Think about that, man. I mean. No, seriously. I want you. I want you to wrap your head around $20 million a month. $20 million a month. So if they get, let's just say round it up, 40%. That's 8 million. You got $12 million in 1 month that you can spend. $12 million in 1 month. And you say you tired of that now. That ain't a good side hustle. $20 million a month now ain't a good side hustle. What woman with a PhD is making $20 million a month? Name me one. No, it ain't tax free. You're gonna have to pay about 40%. You know? Yeah. Yeah. What? Busting it open. What you mean? What's she doing? She on OnlyFans. She busting it open. That's all a woman got to do now. You got grandmas on OnlyFans busting it open, trying to make some money. Okay. It has. It has. It has. Why? Because people are following the money. That's all. See what they're seeing now is everybody wanna have that viral video. Everybody's looking for that viral video. Okay? Everybody's looking for that. And consequently, you got, let me show you, see some stuff, and some of these, and sadly, a lot of it is fake. I don't either. I don't either. I don't either. But that's what they do, man. And see, and this is another subject that we don't talk about. There are a lot of people, men and women, who are addicted to porn. That's they safe. That's what they safe with. That's what they secure with. See, pornography. And you know, see, they can be addicted to porn and not have to go through the headache of a relationship because they addicted, you know, to something that's not real. That's why people fall into them addictions, man. You know. So and that's another stop, another subject that we don't talk about. How strong this porn industry is, and especially among our young people. See, we ain't paying attention to that. That's why they trying to slip any and everything in to these kids, so they can start influencing them early. Because 9 times out of 10, when you see all these people that got all these different tastes and preferences, somebody started them real young. That's why you got these drag queens in front of these kids now, trying to catch them young. Because, see, if you put it in them when they're young, it's going to be in them. Yeah, they got it. Yeah. Man, listen to me, y'all. People lie every day. Let me say that again. People lie every day. Every day people telling lies. And a lot of times they get away with it. A lot of times they get away with it. Cause we don't wanna, we don't wanna ask questions. We don't wanna be accountable. A lot of times we don't even wanna know. Most of the time people can get away with this stuff. Think about this, y'all. How does a whole district, thousands of people, get food to elect somebody to Congress that's lying? How's a whole district get fooled by that? That they can elect somebody that's been lying. And we really don't know the extent of the lies that he's been telling. We really don't know. But that goes to show you, man. This is the kind of environment that we live in. That you got to cheat to get ahead. This is just the order of the day. Them banks done closed because somebody cheated. Somebody cut out some regulations. And isn't it interesting? You have one bank to close that was for startups. And the other bank closed was for crypto. Isn't that interesting? Look how many people that have lost thousands of dollars with their crypto. Because everybody was jumping on it, man. And what they'll do, man, they'll let y'all get in there and make some money. And people think, oh man, look at all of this money over here in crypto. And the masses start running to crypto. And when they see this is how many we want, bottom gonna drop out. Them folk done lost all their money. And then you still gonna have some that come back over and still, when they done seen the bottom dropped out. And see, and this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing about the stock market. You can make money with it and you can make money against it. Crypto, it, this is about what crypto is worth right here. Ain't nothing but what's back in crypto. What you got back? You got gold back in a dollar. What you got back in crypto? That's making all these billionaires. What you got? What you got back in there? What is back in crypto to make it so valuable? I mean, think about it. Well, what backs the dollar? What's back in the dollar? Let me see what this person is talking about. Gold does not back the dollar. Okay, I'm wrong. The same thing that backs the dollar, absolutely nothing. Well, the gold started out back in the dollar. Okay? The gold started out back in the dollar. Ain't nothing came out back in crypto. And yet it's valuable. So we can at least say we know that gold started back in the dollar. True. And didn't the gold standard have something to do with Kennedy's assassination? Did something he was trying to do with the gold standard? And that's one of the reasons that he might have been assassinated. They say it was Cuba, but he was trying to do something with the gold. Okay? Me either. But I think that's one of the reasons Kennedy was assassinated. Okay? Oh, who has the gold wins. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Who has the gold wins. And you'll notice that a lot of people, man, one day, well, I think what the average person struggle with is survival. The average person you would be surprised at some of the things that people have to endure just to survive, just to stay afloat. You'd be surprised, man, how many compromises that people have had to make just to keep a roof over their head. You know, and we don't count ourselves blessed when we don't have to be subject to that kind of behavior. Man, it's a mean, cruel thing, man, when your back is up against the wall and the only way you can get some help, somebody got to manipulate you, somebody got to use you just so you can survive. What do you think that do for your self-esteem? What do you think that do for your trust? You got a lot of women out here right now that are in relationships they don't want to be in just to survive, just so they can feed their kids. You have some women that it ain't about love for them. It's about, man, who's good to my children? Who will be the best provider for me? And I'll go along with that before I get out here and deal with the abuse and the neglect. This is why you see, you'd be surprised, man, to see, certain people get like, how did that happen? How did they get together? Because people do a lot of things, man, just to survive. And for some folk, it's a no-brainer. For some women, for them to sleep with a guy, to be able to feed their kids, that's a no-brainer. Because she's not attached to that anyway. She's trying to feed her kids. That's all she's trying to do. And we got a lot of people out here that their default move is their body, not their brain, not their idea, but their body. That's why a lot of these young girls are turning to porn to survive, because that's the first default move for them, because they don't have no other options. And man, you ain't felt hopelessness until you ain't got no options. When you can't see your way out. And you got a lot of people right now in homelessness that can't see their way out. They can't see their way out, man. And they don't care about anybody else, because they can't see their way out. And when they can't see their way out, they don't expect to live long. Look how many of our young kids, man, that don't even dream about a long life. A lot of them expect to die, because that's all they got. They ain't got no hope, and we're not really doing anything to give them some hope, to encourage them, to uplift them. See that's the thing that we got to embrace. Now how we gonna encourage and uplift these young kids so they can get out here and stop this foolishness that they doing? You know, so that they can become a part of the American dream. See, they see the entertainers, and let me show you. Let me show you the trap. And what's the thing the entertainers are flaunting? Materialism. Look at all of the jewelry, the designer clothes, the fancy car, the big house, all of the parties. See, that's what they flaunt, man. They don't show them the expenses for that. They just show them what they can enjoy. And that's how they get trapped. Because they ain't paying attention to the expenses. And then once they get in there, they too embarrassed now to drop it, or they get dropped. So they got to sell their soul to keep up that image. And see, I mean, I want y'all to just look at this. You know, they pay these young boys to go out and kill themselves, to kill each other. That's what this hip hop music do. It pays them to go and kill each other. Because that's what they be doing. Every time you see this here motion, man, you shooting somebody. Every time you killing somebody. And when you know, even they got the white folk doing this here. And they don't understand, you shooting, man. When you doing this, you shooting. And look how many videos, every time they singing, man, they shooting. Killing each other. And the record companies get richer. But in the meantime, you ain't interested in learning no black history. So you ain't interested in improving and uplifting yourself. If we want the narrative to change, we're going to have to do that ourselves. See, we waiting for the media to change the narrative. The media ain't going to change the narrative because this is too profitable for them. Because every time they put up a viral video of a murder, somebody getting gunned down, that stuff is going viral, man. And they know it. And if it goes viral, they're going to attach some commercial to it. They're going to attach some advertising to it. If it's viral, so they're going to make money off of it. So they want you to keep doing this, so they can make money. And they can keep jacking up the prices, and you don't give a shit because you're fighting each other. See, they can treat us any kind of way they want to. And we don't even care because we fighting each other. We ain't paying attention to how we being treated. We ain't paying attention to our rights that are being taken away because we too busy fighting each other. And this is the problem. This is the problem right here. We just too busy. We too busy at each other that we can't see how the system is screwing us. And say what you want, but man, this system called the government, they don't play fair. Say what you want, man. This thing called the government, when you tangle with them, they ain't gonna play fair. And you gonna have to follow the rules. But they ain't gonna play fair. And because you probably don't have the money to defend yourself, you screwed. Look how many people, man, how many guys that's done spent 20 and 30 years in prison and was innocent. I mean, think about that for a minute. You innocent, and you know you innocent, and you still got to go to jail. And you know you innocent, and you still got to go to jail. You think that ain't gonna make you bitter? You think that ain't gonna make you upset? You think you ain't gonna be disillusioned? You innocent, and you still got to go to jail. You still get screwed over. Won't nobody believe you. And you telling the truth. Man, let me show y'all how stuff evolves. See, in DC, even if you were free, somebody white could take your papers and sell you into slavery. And then when you get to the jailhouse, you say, but Mr. Jailer, I'm a free man. You know what the jailer gonna tell you? That's what they all say. Haven't you heard that before, man? I'm innocent. And the first response that you're gonna get is that's what they all say. That's where that mindset come from. See, because when black men were saying, man, I'm free. First thing the jailer and the police gonna say, man, that's what they all say. And some of them be telling the truth. See, and we miss out on that. We miss out on the ones telling the truth. All right? Listen. I'm gonna go and look at some more social media. Try to see what's going on in the world. See what's happening. See what kind of clues I can pick up. I'm telling you, man, if you ain't looking for no clues in this environment, you missing out. Because some stuff getting ready to change. See, the Bible say the wealth of the sinners is laid up for the just. So that means that's going to be a wealth transfer. See, they're going to have a wealth transfer. Because the Bible say the wealth of the sinners is laid up for the just. Who's the just? People that walk in their integrity. The people who walk in their righteousness. What is righteousness? That's just being right by people, man. You don't mislead them. You don't cheat them. You don't steal from them. You don't lie. That's just a righteous lifestyle. And so many people right now think righteousness is perfect. Righteousness is not perfect. Okay? Righteousness is not perfect. Righteousness is not harmful. That's what righteousness is, not harmful. It's not perfect. It's not harmful. Wickedness is harmful, not righteousness. Okay? So man, thank y'all. You know, thank you very much. Yeah. I was just sitting here and I just figured out something. That's what I'll do tomorrow. Tell you one thing, boy, I'm close to something big. I ain't lying. I believe that. I believe I'm close to something big. I don't know what it is and I don't know where it is. But I believe I'm close to something big. I do believe that. Because every time I get to the point where I feel like I want to quit and I want to give up, God will show me something. You know, God will show me something. And see, man, when you get in the hunt, the chase for your vision, for your goal, for your dream, and you just put blinders on. A lot of things you don't see because you got blinders on. See, and that's what you got to do when you're going through some adversity. See, you got to put some blinders on because a lot of temptation is going to be trying to get your attention. A lot of wrong is going to be trying to get your attention. See, so when you're going through some adversity, put your blinders on, man. Keep your focus. All right? Keep your eyes in front of you. Don't get distracted when you're going through stuff. Keep watching the horizon instead of doing this. See, because one of these times, and you're going to be doing this, and you're going to stumble over something. Because you ain't looking what's in front of you. Because you're getting distracted. See, now, you know, you want to go get a job. When you put blinders on like this, man, you can only look straight ahead. When you ain't got nothing to distract you. When you got blinders on, can't nothing get your attention. You see, but when you ain't got, you can see. I can see my hand right here. And sometimes, man, you got stuff sitting right here on your shoulder, trying to get your attention. trying to whisper in your ear. But if you got some blinders on, see, you can't see this. See, you this can't get your attention. If you got some blinders on, and that's what you got to do with adversity, so you don't get off track, so you don't get distracted, so you don't get set back. You know how many people done got that close till they go and got distracted, and they were right there and got distracted. You don't want to be that. And all that work and sacrifice and time that they didn't put in was for naught. Because they got distracted. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Keep your focus. That's where the rubber meets the road. When you're trying to keep your focus. All right? Man, everybody have a good night. Okay? Thank y'all. Have a good night. All right? See you later.